Casey Cittadino. He runs Custom Fit Meals, which are the paleo-friendly and gluten-free, fully organic certified that are delivered here in the fridge right around the corner. So for those of you who don't know about it, he's going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to open up with a little bit about paleo, what paleo is about, what you can and cannot eat, what to expect from your body, kind of the way we eat now, and go from there. So I'm going to let Jeremy take the floor on that, and then we'll be passing it around. Okay.
All right. I'm just going to basically be reading from the packet that we created for you guys. So if you want to kind of follow along, then I'll go over and draw some schematics on the board to emphasize on points. But it's going to be pretty really low key. I don't know if Adam said it, but none of us are nutritionists or dietitians or any of that. Just going to trial and error through our experiences and what we've seen work for ourselves, through our life experience, what translates to good performance, what translates to weight loss, and there's a lot of different variables in there. So going through paleo, someone tell me what we're talking about. What's paleo? You can refer to it as a couple of things. If you look out there, there's going to be some literature about primal, about paleo. Paleo is referring to Paleolithic era. Okay, so we had a really extensive, long history of caveman time and modern time. So this is the beginning of time right here. The time begins. And this is perfectly to scale. What we're dealing with is we got agriculture and it comes into the scene right around here. And then this little baby clip that's the smallest dot in the world right here is 1950s, where somebody really much smarter than ourselves was like, hey man, we really need to find a way to make these foods last on the shelf much, much longer. So we started processing foods, lots of preservatives we throw in there, and it's vastly different from what our bodies have evolved over, this is 8 bazillion years. So over this entire period of time, our bodies have evolved to eat certain types of food, and then all of a sudden now over the past 50, 60, 70 years or so, there was these major adjustments in our diet, and our bodies have not had time to evolve in order to process it, translate it into energy or good performance, good health, and so what results now is chronic obesity, lots of different diseases, cardiac issues, all the stuff you see that's going on in Western society these days. So what we're trying to get back to is the diet, basic template of the diet that cavemen or people in the Paleolithic era ate and how we evolved. Processed food, good energy. Good? Makes sense? So paleo is the diet's lifestyle. It's an approach to diet that's based on the quality of foods you eat. Mimics the diets of our hunter-gatherer ancestors, consisting of lean meats, seafood, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Pretty easy. It excludes foods that came from agriculture or processing, so that's going to be your dairy, your grains, refined sugars, things of that nature. Okay? So it leaves a really large template of food that you can still include in your diet. People get really freaked out by this when we use the word diet. Just throw it out. Don't even use the word diet anymore. Call it a challenge, call it a lifestyle, whatever you want to do. But you've got all this stuff here. Meats. I can just eat meat all day long, every single meal, and I'll be pretty freaking happy. Throw in a little bit of vegetables, some fruits for my sugars, whenever I'm feeling like I need some carbohydrates, and you've got a pretty good, well-balanced meal there. Nuts and seeds, some fats. That's what we're going to be looking at. The basic concept is that these foods are foods that we are genetically adapted to after all our diets are evolved from modernized. Our bodies haven't. So that was like what I was just talking about now. It's schematic. The many benefits of eating this way, including a naturally lean body, acne-free skin, improved athletic performance, recovery, relief from numerous metabolic-related autoimmune diseases. Okay, so it's going to make you an all-around healthier, happier person, mind, body, all that kind of stuff. So, let's do the summary. Does everybody have this summary list here? The most common question that we get is, oh, what can I eat? Can I eat this? Can I not eat that? Why? What? Okay. It's a really kind of difficult question to answer, so I'm going to pass this one around. If you want to know if there's certain things you can and can't include in your diet, These are the ones that you can, these are the ones you can't. But as the very most broad, what?
Yeah, I'll read off the list right here. Basically toxins. Toxins are things that we're trying to keep out of our body. And I'll give you a quick definition of a toxin. Toxin is something that can cause disease or damage to tissues when it enters your body. And a toxin can be something, can really be anything. When it enters your body in small amounts, it doesn't really do much. But over time, and over a lot of years and over years, it starts to kind of work in your body and the tissues and corrode away. And toxins cause coronary artery disease, hypertension, adult onset diabetes, obesity, and stroke. And these are some of the foods that are considered toxins. Grains, sugars, seed oils, seed, dairy, legumes, and alcohol. It sounds like a lot of our diet, right? It's a lot. But all these things, most of them have come down to marketing hype. As a lot of these companies are marketing them as healthy foods that you need in your diet. And I'll read some things here in a couple seconds that what it actually does to your body. I'll actually skip to it right now. So quick thing, marketing hype. You need grains and legumes to meet your daily nutritional needs. Fact. Grains and legumes cause rapid increase in insulin levels and lead to hormone imbalance, cravings, and fat storage. Fact. Grains and legumes contain proteins and toxins that cause gut irritation and lead to chronic inflammation. So every time you eat these foods, it's causing chronic inflammation and swelling in your gut. And what happens is you can actually get this thing called leaky gut syndrome. So it actually opens up these holes in your gut, and when you eat other foods, now they're leaking out into your stomach and your system, and that's what it causes certain of these diseases and issues. Sorry.
No, it's good. So if anybody has anything to add, like, we're in the open forum action there, so you got anything to add?
No, the one thing you guys want to remember when you're thinking about this is I've already got like 100 questions a week from everybody emailing me, talking to me, hey, is a peanut okay? Is this okay? Is that okay? Just think of this easy template. Vegetables, fruits, lean meat, seafood, no fruit, no processed. If you guys can stick to that and think about that through this entire thing, through the whole challenge, it's going to be pretty simple. I mean, it really is a simple template. You have to think about whether or not it's okay, just don't eat it. That's it.
I think peanuts are one of the trickier things out there. Peanuts are technically a legume, so you can't eat them. They cause inflammation in your gut as well. So to offset that, look for a food that you're going to, say you eat peanut butter a lot, go to almond butter or cashew butter. Those are healthier, fat options.
Alright, so going through macronutrients real quick. That's going to be those main macros. Protein,
carbs, and fat.
Right, so what are going to be our protein sources? I was just trying to get you guys down the main path of what these things are. So proteins, what are they? Meat, right? So my kind of hierarchy of what you should be choosing when it comes to meats. Number one, I really like fish. Okay, you get a lot of benefits from fish. It's going to be pretty lean. It gives you omegas. Where do you think you want that fish to come from? Water. Rather than farm raised. You can make that happen. Okay? We're looking for as organic as possible. So fish is my number one. Number two on my list is going to be chicken. Once again, that's you want it to be as organic as possible. You want it to be free range. Go through, then you're going to have lean cuts of beef. Okay? You can have, I put pork pretty low on my list. I'm not a big, huge fan of pork, but bacon in the morning is okay. Alright, what are some other sources of protein? Eggy. Yep. Crushing eggs in the morning. So if we're looking at paleo breakfast, what would be like a good template that we would roll in the morning? Yeah, you can still crush bacon, you can still crush eggs.
Egg, olive, fruit with a lot of veggies. And then make sure, the biggest thing is when people go to paleo diets is they forget the healthy fats. And the healthy fats are the key to the diet. We want to go from sugar burners to fat burners. And we want to use the fat as our energy source. So almonds, cashews, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, things like that. I have a list that I'll read off to you. Those you want to include those healthy fats in every single meal. That kind of makes everything complete. It kind of holds the proteins and the carbohydrates and insulins together to work in harmony in your body. So I think the biggest thing is knowing your healthy fats for each meal.
Alright, what about carbs? Where are our sources of carbs?
Veggies.
What about what's most of our source of carbohydrates come from now? What do you think about bread? Everybody thinks like bread, pasta, right? All that good stuff.
Cereals.
But it's now being eliminated. So it's now being eliminated, so now we're going to get our carbohydrates from most people, when they think of carbs, they don't think of vegetables. It's actually a really rich source of carbohydrates, very nutrient dense. So going down, you got a list of veggies. There's that list that's going around.
I'll read a quick list of veggies. It's a lot more than you can really even think of. Artichokes, asparagus, beet greens, beets, bell peppers, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, celery, collards, cucumber, eggplant, green onions, kale, lettuce, turnips, turnip greens, tomato, squash, spinach, seaweed, rubbish, radish, pumpkin, peppers, parsnip, parsley, onions, mustard greens, mushrooms. I mean, there's a shitload.
That's a total.
I mean, you can get really creative with the amount of veggies that you're going to use.
So what's on that list that probably most people have a staple right now in their diet? It's going to be potatoes. They want to avoid starchy vegetables if we can. Alright, so potatoes are going to be eliminated. Sweet potatoes are money. And I'm going to get to that in a minute when we start talking a little bit about performance and how that relates to different body types in your diet. Okay.
Quick question. In the paleo template, why do they say keep the amount of fruit low? Does anyone know? Exactly.
Right, when you're considering your veggies, the main stuff you're going to look for is just make sure you're trying to buy local, in season, organic. Okay? And also, this is not the ebook. Okay? The ebook is like 79 pages of awesomeness and it has every single, so all of you that are doing the actual real deal challenge, it has everything under the sun as far as knowledge base. It's about 25 pages of literature with links to YouTube videos from all the top paleo gurus out there, people that are smarter than any of us. And then it has all the 30 days worth, including shopping lists. And it's an email to everybody that signed up. So everybody that's doing it, and just to kind of give an example, this is just a few pages of what we got for the ebook. It's one of the better ones that I've ever seen. There's quite a few different companies out there that offer it. What's the name of this one?
It's from Primal Palette. They also stem from the guy who created Paleo idea and CrossFit. So when you're looking at this, guys, in your ebook, it has day-to-day marked out. So those of you who don't really know what to cook, don't really like to cook, the good thing about this is it gives you ingredients that are large enough to cook for large portions. So if you're having chili for dinner one night, it'll give you enough to have chili with eggs the next day for breakfast. So a lot of this, which we'll get into too, is going to be your preparation on the weekend for your week. There's no longer an excuse for saying I have to eat on the go, because eating on the go really doesn't work. There isn't any healthy fast food restaurant that's going to make it super easy for you. So when you do go through that, which you get in your ebook too, just keep in mind that a lot of it is going to be up to you and what you prep on Sunday. If you have someone that can help you, if your wife's significant, something would be awesome. But it really isn't as much work as a lot of people think it is. Okay, it really isn't. So we'll break that down.
Alright, the other source of carbs, the big one, everybody hit it, is going to be fruit. Alright, you want to limit the fruit intake just a little bit more. But when we start segueing into performance, that's normally where my head's at. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be doing this challenge with the mindset of weight loss, and that's cool too. Like, there's a few different ways to look at this. So if you see, I'll flip in this little guy here to the last page where it has examples of meal plans.
Basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to create our bodies a income sacrifice. Burning fat for fuel instead of sugar. And most of our diets look something like this. Like breakfast is bagel and your fruit, maybe you have some extra, like, oh, I'm getting my protein, right? And then you get this spike in energy. And you're good because it's a sugar rush. Because the bagel's insulin, the fruit's insulin, you get a little bit of protein. But it's not a complete meal. And what happens is, well, at 10 o'clock in the morning, you come crashing down, and you're starving. So what do you go to? probably something that's not that good. You're like snack on something, maybe grab like a muffin or another bagel, and then what happens is that insulin spikes you back up again. And 2 hours later, not even, you're hungry again, so you're like, all right, so I'm crashing down, like, I'm gonna have something, I'm gonna go to Subway, I'm gonna get whole wheat sandwich, turkey, lettuce, tomato, I'm gonna get like chips. And then spike up again. And basically your entire day is this. Just peaks up. You're just using insulin and sugar to run your day. You're getting these highs and lows all day long. We want to go to something that looks like this. So a typical breakfast, you have eggs, you have an avocado for your fats, you have spinach for your carbohydrates. What happens is that puts you up into this little fat burning zone, and when you eat a complete meal like this, you should be able to go 4 hours or so without getting hungry, because your body's working in harmony. So what happens is the protein is a giver. It goes to cells and it wants to give off protein. It wants to give off protein. The insulin in your body is kind of like, I like to refer to it as like a crack dealer. He's like going around, he's like, yo, yeah, let me get some of that, let me get some of that. Like, so all the cells, he's like, yo, can I get some of that? He's like stealing. So the protein and insulin kind of work in harmony, but how they truly work in harmony is with healthy fat. This healthy fat kind of hugs them all together. So all your hormones are working in unison. And so you get into this fat burning zone, you can go 4 hours, and then you have another complete meal with a protein, a healthy fat, your carbs, and a little bit of sugar, you're going to go back up. So literally you're going to have not even be up. It's not going to be a complete spike, but you're going to go back up. And when you're in this fat burning zone, that's when you're using fat for fuel, and that's where really like shed your fat in your body. So we want to go to a template like this, and the Paleo template kind of forces us to eat like this. You're having a complete meal. You have lean protein, healthy fats, fruits, and or veggies at every meal. And a plate should look something like this. It should have protein, it should be veggies, it should be fruit, or this could be veggies also, and then a small amount of your healthy fats in the middle. That's what a typical plate should look like. So, say steak, spinach, maybe a small amount of fruit, or say sweet potato, and then maybe almonds, or avocado.
Yeah, so we're just kind of talking about there is a combination of those that are savvy CrossFit history and stuff like zone diet used to be the big time go-to deal in the CrossFit community. Some of that centers around 40, 30, 30 of your proteins and your carbs and fats ratio to each other, and that's going to have you more balanced meals throughout the day rather than having inordinate insulin release like we're talking about in order to combat those really high levels of carbohydrates that most of us take in the Western diet. Like you're saying, like you get your bagels in the morning, lots of bread, and then you have a lot of fruit in there too, which is many carbohydrates. So this is the basic target that we're going to look for as far as percentages during this paleo. So we're going to look for this is going to be your protein, these are going to be your carbs, these are going to be your fats. Just the basic percentages moving through here. But then, like I have up here on the board, so the people that endomorph is someone's a geek. Who's a geek? Right. So this is referring to just genetically how we're kind of predisposed in order to gain weight, lose weight, build muscle mass, whatever it is. Not everybody's created equal, right? So an endomorph is going to be somebody who's a gainer. So if you eat a lot of carbohydrates and you're an endomorph, you're probably going to become overweight much easier than an ectomorph, who is the opposite. They are hard gainer. Okay? Mesomorph is somebody who's kind of more in the middle. I'm kind of a mesomorph. Used to be when I was a little bit younger. I was more ecto, so it was really hard to put on, but then as you get older, obviously you have this and you slow down. It's much easier for you to gain weight. So to be true with yourself, you're like, oh, I'm awesome, I'm an endomorph was huge. No, you're actually a small little ectomorph. So, you're like real thought, because this is how you're going to be able to structure your meals based on what your goals are. We're not all the same, all our goals are the same. Some of us are going to be training for competition, some of us are just training to stay in shape and be healthy. So, hierarchy of needs is I want everybody to be healthy. Okay, that should be number one. You should have long-term health in mind. And then, of course, right next to that, we're at a gym, we're all competitive, and someone put performance up there pretty highly with that as well. And then you got, guys that are concerned with weight loss, or they're just wanting to feel better throughout the day, and all the other benefits that are going to come with paleo diet. But just be true to yourself when you're evaluating. So when I had you guys turn to this page in your book here, this is just a basic template, right? It's not exact. But somebody that's concerned with weight loss, they're going to have a lower percentage of carbohydrates on their intake. They're probably going to have a lower caloric intake throughout the day. So smaller meals is going to translate to greater weight loss ultimately. So this is what it kind of looks like. And you can compare that to the next one down, endurance athlete. What do you notice? Well, endurance athletes having a crap load more volume in their meal, much more caloric intake, and much higher level of carbohydrate intake. Okay? And then finally down the bottom meal plan, this is where the power athlete, this is where I would put almost all athletes at this gym that are concerned with performance, want to participate in the open, want to get involved in competitions. That's where I think you need to be with this annual meal plan. So we got breakfast, we got a pre-workout snack, we got a post-workout meal, we got another snack, and then dinner. So that's a lot of things to consider throughout the day. But it's going to be high levels of proteins, high levels of carbohydrate in order to sustain possibly doing multiple workouts in the same day. And you're not going to be having a lot of those peaks and valleys where you allow your body to break down muscle for energy. So it's going to be quick taking in energy sources constantly throughout the day for those snacks and pre and post workout.
So you guys know, you're not, just because you one day eat like this, it's not, your body's not all of a sudden go to this fat burning machine and be able to, it's going to take a couple weeks of changing your diet to this for it to actually start happening. So be patient with it in the beginning, because the first 2-3 weeks can suck. But by week 4, you should start really feeling the difference. Sleep better at night, a lot more energy, you'll feel better in the gym, you actually recover faster. You're going to see a big difference.
Yeah, so I guess we can roll over here to what to expect. It's not necessarily going to be awesome. I've done this, and everybody really knows me. There's some heinous at diets, and normally we don't do it, but I did it here for about a month last year. I lost 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks on diet, but I really didn't think that I had any weight to lose, which actually got me back more towards my younger genetic self, more ectomorph journey. But what to expect? You read through the hardest part of any journey is the first step. A new diet is no different. Making paleo switch on some challenges. Depending on how heavy your diet is and grains and sugar before you switch, you will experience an adjustment period of varying degrees of intensity. So for me, I've gone through periods of my life where I ate a lot of junk food, a lot of crap, a lot of simple carbohydrates. So whenever I switched over to a strict diet, I felt really hungry. And I had to go through periods of feeling weak in the first 2 weeks. And thereafter, I got actual performance gain, which was pretty awesome. I lost weight, and I'd always associated weight gain with strength gain, but it actually proved it's not good. Like my body recovered faster after the workout, so I was coming back stronger day in, day out, and I got some PRs there where I really wasn't expecting to do so. So just if your diet's super crappy and then you're translating into a really clean meal, then you're going to experience probably more of a fluctuation period than somebody else. You experience a dip in your athletic performance, and in that times when feeling lethargic and cranky, this period usually lasts about 2 weeks. Keep in mind your body's going through withdrawals, and there is likely in the adjustment tunnel. It's only 30 days, no cheating. So the way that this is set up, it's not the rest of your life. There's no reason somebody can handle this for 30 days. You still have all these awesome foods you can eat. Like, it can be a really awesome meal. You can have broccoli and asparagus and a beautiful filet and a sweet potato, and that's like almost my favorite meal. Yeah. So it's really not that difficult. It's just that your body can be craving these simple carbohydrates that you have been inundated with for so many years. We're doing the hardcore 30-day feed. So with all the notes there, no dairy, no grain, no legumes, no booze, except for maybe a little red wine at night. Like one glass.
Fine.
30 days is going to be strict. And then once the 30 days is over, it's not like, okay, screw it, I did it, I'm awesome, I'm going to go eat McDonald's 5 times a day, or whatever you might want to do, pasta, bread. Then you're going to start slowly introducing all these things that have been scientifically proven to be toxic to your body back into it to see how you as an individual and your genetic makeup can process those things. So we'll slowly introduce Scary. All right? If you do the runs and clean out your butt, then you're not that same thing with the brands and everything. But we want to avoid all the processed sugar. Going to be somewhat true to paleo, trying to figure out what's going to make it perform the best, what's going to maintain your body type the way you want it to be the best. Just kind of simple shopping stuff. I'm sure you guys have all heard of doing the perimeter shopping trip. Like everything in the middle of the store is packaged, tons of preservatives, highly processed, really low nutrient density. Outside of you got your veggies, you got your fruits, you got the meat section, all that stuff's nice. Dairy, see how your body reacts to it. Grains, I'm still going to try and get you guys to stay away from grains. But basically just doing the perimeter search. Pretty easy trip to the grocery store. Avoid all this crap in the middle, and that's just an easy prescription to success as far as prevention.
Guys, the whole idea is to learn the paleo template is to do a strict for 30 days, and then after 30 days, now it's a science experiment. Every one of us is going to be a little different. Everyone's going to handle dairy a little different. Everyone's going to handle grains a little different. And plus our output and what we're doing here in the gym is a little different. Someone might be in here 2 days a week and someone might be here 7 days a week. So it's truly going to be a science experiment and a reintroduction of certain foods and seeing how your body can handle it. I mean, even, it's probably a pain in the butt, but I'll even lob certain things like, all right, first time back, I had dairy, small amount, my body handled it okay. Well, maybe the next meal, reintroduce a little bit more dairy and see how your body handles it. I mean, most of us that are taking protein shakes, it's dairy. So it's hard to eliminate things now, but if you know you can handle maybe a protein shake and not a whole glass of milk, you have to kind of figure that out on your own. And that's going to be the cool part once you get to past the 30 days is figuring out what your body can handle and process and what it can't. I did this back in August, and I saw crazy results. Just the fact of recovery and performance. My weight stayed almost the same, but I was training harder, and I actually started eating a lot more. And what I didn't realize is I always thought, like, well, I can't eat this much because I don't want to gain weight or go vice versa. I ate more than I ever ate in my entire life, and I got bigger. We like to look at it as you can't overeat good food. No one's ever going to say you got too much broccoli today. You had too much lean protein today. You know, it's kind of an odd concept, but you have to picture your body as a bank. Depositing good food, lean protein, healthy fats, fruits and veggies is a good thing. You're not going to be able to really overeat the amount of good food you're putting in your body. If you're using your food as fuel and performance here in the gym. So you got to kind of block all that stuff out and make it really simple for yourself. Just eat fuel, nourish your body. You want, as long as you're nourishing your body, you're going to perform better here. You're going to heal your stomach on the inside, and it's going to show you results on the outside.
So that's going to bring us to some custom fit stuff. We got custom fit meals over there. Everybody works for a living. So difficult thing to go through and cook all 3 meals a day, 5 meals a day, depending on what you're doing, what your goals are. We offer custom fit not because it's like an awesome way of making money. We don't really make anything off of it. It's something that for you guys, it's there because it's good stuff. Casey, as a rep for them, brought it in here, and we can set the meals up. They can set the meals up for you guys. We're exclusively paleo. So you can augment your lunches, which is usually where I think most people end up slipping up. Is they're at work and in a pinch, what do I do? I'm just going to run with McDonald's all the time. No big deal. It'll be my cheat day. There are no cheat days, but so I'll let you talk about some of those options.
So our owner, Mike Clay, who some of you guys have met, about 4 years ago, he woke up, he was like 25 years old, weighed over 300 pounds. His life was a mess. And he started eating a loose version of paleo and doing CrossFit. And within that year, he lost over 100 pounds, totally changed his life. And he started this service because he wanted to really help people. Help people see that there are better options. And basically the whole service is consistently eat real food, and you'll see change in your physical and mental appearance. So the way the service works is we have a team of chefs, and each week we post a menu online. There'll be between 13 and 15 items. Half of the items will be paleo Whole 30. All you do is Go online, build your menu. There's no contracts or commitments at all. It's truly a lifestyle service. The minimum order is only 5 meals, so 1 meal per day. Build your menu, and we deliver here to the box twice a week. So when you place your order on Tuesday before midnight, which is the deadline, the following Saturday it's delivered. So you have food for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we deliver again on Wednesday. You have food for Thursday, Friday, which can last through the weekend. I personally eat close to 30 meals a week. My wife does. We're set up in about 15 other CrossFit gyms here in Charlotte. We have about 100 other locations that are using our service, and it's starting to really grow. People are realizing this is an easy way to eat clean food. You can go online and you can pick their options. There's strict paleo, it's all free range, it's all natural turkey, it's all pasture pork. Everything is antibiotic-free, hormone-free, and we're 100% gluten-free. So everything you're eating is going to be really clean. Now, everything is not paleo because we do have natural sugars in some of our meals, and we do have cheeses in some of our meals, but it's clean food. So for the challenge, you guys will stick with paleo, but then after the challenge, if you guys want to still use the service, you can just eat clean food. We trick you a lot. You'll see meals on there, you're like, that can't be good for you. Like barbecue and ribs, doesn't sound healthy at all, but it's mashed cauliflower. We use spaghetti squash. We use cauliflower a lot because it's a great vegetable that you can kind of change the taste of and change the consistency of. So if you see something like something in rice, look at it, you're probably going to see it's cauliflower. It'll list everything that you need to know about every dish. Protein, carbs, fat, it'll tell you every single ingredient. We're fully disclose everything with our food. That's really all there is to it. It's just easy and convenient. All you do is heat the food up in the microwave for 2.5 minutes, you're ready to go.
And I'm going to mention it now, but everybody that signs up is getting 10% off throughout the entire account for all your foods. So Casey will be setting that up first, and everybody who has signed up, we have 55 people so far, because we will be contemplating and want to sign up to something new. Make sure that we do have an updated email for you on file, because we're doing some easy, but if you decide to use it,
when you create a username, you're going to have to put your email address in. So when you get that added, I'll go online and back into the system. I'll go at a 10% discount for everyone who's participating in the challenge for 30 days. So it gives you a little extra incentive. The price point on the meals is really pretty incredible. Everything's under $10 a meal. The large is $9.50 and the regular is $9. So for the hardest meal, which most people probably lunch, under $50 you can have all your lunches for the entire week. It's really a no-brainer. I mean, I personally, it's like shopping in my refrigerator every day. Like, what do I want? I'm going through like bins of what to eat.
So, okay, so that's